So before I even get into the stock I'm going to be talking about today, I just want to address something. Like that stuff with Zombie last week, I don't give a shit. I really don't. I could care less. Call me an anti-Semite, call me a little turkey boy. It has the same effect on me. I'm just getting too old for that shit. I really don't care. I'm not going to be getting in arguments with people on Twitter, especially with people that are like begging for likes, like a 12-year-old girl on Instagram. It's like, dude. Whatever I said, I think I said something along the lines of like, he never shows his cells or something super simple and stupid. I don't even have a problem with the kid. But then he's like, he's an anti-Semite. It's like, bro, don't you realize that shit's played out and you're only hurting yourself? Like everyone's sick of that shit. So I don't need to respond. It'll take care of itself. Trust me, it already is. I don't even need to talk about it. This page is for stocks. There's a time and a place for politics, and it's just not on my Twitter. So I'm starting to understand that, and I'm growing up in a way. I'm maturing in that sense. So that's basically my opening. The other, like with this stock that I'm about to talk about, do not get FOMO. Do not yes, like I said, there's a lot of hype around it. But let the chart build. You don't have to catch the first run in it. I do think it's going to run first thing in the morning, but we're not sure of that. You don't want to chase a high number and then have it come down to a support and be like, I should have just waited 10 minutes. But that being said, I do think anybody that's holding is going to see a significant gain within the first 15 to 45 minutes of pre-market trading. So this is going to be a quick video. It's already late. But let me just get to it. I finally figured out how to get after hours trading on TradingView because, like I said, I don't use this a lot. I just use Webull. By the way, Webull, biggest piece of shit stock. Like I thought I caught bottom, and then it just like wasn't bottom. It just like is never bottom because they do have 1 billion shares to dilute. I don't even know why I got into this, but it's just like 1 billion shares. Yeah, there's no bottom. You have to you get the psychological numbers like $5, maybe buy there. But some random number like 863, it's just always gonna sell off. It's like the biggest piece of shit of all. It trades like shit. I can't even look at it. It makes me sick. So the ticker that matters is GNS. It's got all the fucking interest over the weekend. This is a known name. I've traded this many a times, and I don't think I've ever lost money on it. The one thing I will say, the only thing that's hurting this stock is the fact that they've done this before. Like they've talked about the same thing before. And like the first time, that's a major catalyst. I think it did 60 to $8. That first time, it's a surprise to the market. Now it's probably it's a little bit recycled, but it hasn't been done in a while. It's not like they did it 6 months ago. It's been a long time coming. So, is it going to affect the morning? Probably not. Like people are going to want to get in this stock. Is it going to go to $8 again? I'm not sure. My high targets on this would probably be 480 if you really get some movement like Beyond did. If you get that type of meme, movement, you might see max 16. That's like if the stars align. Okay. That's if he continues to drop PRs. That's going to be the catalyst here. That's what's going to keep the momentum. Is the guy, he is a pump CEO, which is why I bought this stock and I chased it after hours, is because he's going to probably drop more PRs. It's not like he's going to go silent here. He's going to try and get the price up, and there is a shelf offering on deck. He's going to sell shares into it. I hate to say it. I could sit here and bump you into oblivion. I could bump you into the sky with Jesus and all of his angels. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to tell you the truth as I see it, and I don't necessarily see this going to $10 or $8 but I could see 480. I could see 480. That's like one other PR probably gets us there. So if he doesn't follow, this is my idea. This is my plan. Now the plans could change by the minute, but as I see it now, it's trading at 156 overnight. It's kind of stuck there for some reason, but it's got a lot of volume. I can tell because it is changing price within moments. I think that you're going to have a lot of resistance as you did here and as you did here in the ones like 175. If you clear 175, like if the first 5 minutes it's just like blasting and it clears through 175, then you're looking at 2. Okay, so you're going to get somewhere near 2. That's an extra, what, like 20% or something? No, yeah, it's close to it's like 15%. But you got to get through that, and then 2 is going to be tough. Now, I don't know how many people are going to be buying this in the morning. The other thing that can hinder this, and not necessarily at 1 a.m., but remember this, is the 1 a.m. is going to get the movement. The 1 a.m. traders, if you have Webull, you're the one that's going to get a solid gain right off the bat, in my opinion. But I don't know. I think with Robinhood, like the 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. brokerages, I think you have to call it in, and that's a whole thing. Like, that's not, I don't like that. So, I'm probably I'm going to give it 45 minutes in the morning, see how it acts. Usually these stocks, if they get a lot of volume, you have about 45 minutes to figure it out. Then the volume starts to die and it starts to bleed. Now, once that happens, it's like, well, wait a second. Then, let's say it goes to $3. It's probably going to come back down to 2 to 175, and this is going to become a support. You want to see this become a support. Okay? If that happens and it holds that support, then we're looking at higher levels. But the 1 a.m., it's going to pop, then it's going to bleed. Then the 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. traders, I'm not sure that they can buy in. So it might just be Webull again. This is very important. I think E-Trade can do it, and I think they start at 4. Yes, I think they start at 4. So there will be some major brokerages coming in, but it's not going to be like, I don't know. Like I said, if you're in Webull, great. I wouldn't chase the initial volume. I would see how it reacts in the first 45 minutes, maybe scalp it. But then on that pullback, be weary to get back in with full size. Whatever it pulls back to at let's say 2 hours, 3 hours into pre-market, watch how it reacts. If let's say it does go to 3 and it's back at 175 at 3 a.m. or 2 hours, 3 hours in, maybe start to reload there because maybe E-Trade will be like, okay, we got the dip, it's at support, and it might push off that. Then they drop a PR at 5 a.m. Now we're talking again. So what I'm trying to say is anything can happen. Your levels are $175 and $2. If you get above that with extreme volume in the first 15, 30 minutes, by the 45th minute, you might be at 240, 250. Okay, then that's going to be time to take a gain here. It could go, they could just open up and people immediately sell because they're up 100%. And it could come down to another level of support, which is 125, and then come down to maybe 110, somewhere in that area. So, again, these are adjustments you have to make in the moment. You can't just be in the shower and not buy a screen. You have to pay attention to this shit. Don't get shaken out. If it comes back down to 110 first thing, then you might want to buy more. This is why you don't go full size in one lot. You always that will be an opportunity, I believe. Do I really think it's going to go from 130 in after hours to 110 and then continue to tank? Not with this interest. So if you do see 110, I'll add shares. And then chances are that other people will be like, this is a great buy and rip the ask. So have a plan. Know that if it does dip, it's probably good to add. If it does run in the first 45 minutes, it's probably good to take a gain and go from there. It's a long day. It's a long week. Don't just hold the shit. Sell the rips and buy the dips. I'm telling you, because your money's going to go up and eventually, if you get a long-term run, you're going to eventually but why not maximize your profit here? I mean, this is going to have a volatile move up and down. So again, sell the rips, buy the dips. Wait for it to consolidate. Wait for it to show strength. Don't be emotional. Don't be antsy. Don't get FOMO. Don't get frightful. And also, what's going to happen in this is there's going to be a lot of pride involved. The people that have been holding for 3 years, even if this goes to $8, they're not going to sell. They're going to be up $1 million, and then they're going to be like, yeah, Roger's going to take us to the promised land. And then it's not going to happen. It never happens. They're not going to beat the SEC. They're not going to beat Ken Griffin. They're not going to beat the shorts. It's rigged against you. This isn't a kumbaya around the campfire. It's the stock market. They hate you. They want you to lose money. You're not good. Okay, you need all the stuff. You need literally like a solar eclipse that involves Jupiter to get this done, to get this to like $100. This isn't hollow. There's too much. Those type of runs happen out of nowhere. Ain't nobody talking about that. They happen when you least expect it. The chart's just like this for like 10 years, and then it's just like, no. Okay? It's not going to $100. Stop. Like, that type of shit is how people lose money. You need to hate them more than people that are bashing it. Because I used to follow those. I used to be like, well, if it gets to $100, I'm going to make $150 billion. No. You're better off. I mean, I can't even think of an analogy right now. Please get that out of your head. If you're listening to this, just stop. There's going to be no vacation in Vegas. There's not going to be a community, meetup in Bali. So good luck tomorrow. Hopefully, tell me this chart look okay. Hopefully we get a spike in the morning. You never know, though. Now you at least have an idea of what to look for. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. So be prepared for anything. Dips to 110, I'm buying more. Runs to 2, I'm probably selling 75%. Just execute.